G'day folks, welcome to another episode of Bandaged Cube Creations. Well, today we're looking at the Bandaged clock Neptune, and this one has three bandaged faces, as in three clocks on three faces around a corner, just like the crazy 3x3 plus Neptune cube would have three one faces around a corner. The ones are replaced with clocks here. So looking at it in the color scheme that I normally use, we have an up to up back clock, we have a front to front down clock, and we have a left to left up clock. Those are the three bandaged parts. Everything else is clear. This is a nice puzzle. It's like many Neptune puzzles. It's got that sort of just right feel. It's certainly not one that I'd call difficult, but it's a puzzle where you do get to think your way through it a little bit. And it's really interesting to me the difference that a slightly different view made. So I had a look at this yesterday, and well, yesterday my time, I don't know when this is being released, but anyway, I had a look at this a day before now, and you know, I was thinking, oh, it shouldn't be that hard. What am I missing? Went to sleep, woke up again, had another look, sort of changed the view and went, oh, that's much easier. So I'm looking forward to this. In terms of scrambling it, it's not too hard to scramble it. I noticed that I've got these two things on the same sort of line. So, I mean, if I can probably, let's have a think, potentially do something there. I mean, I'm looking for a face that I can turn, a couple of faces that I can do this sort of thing with, and just randomly start scrambling pieces. And of course, I don't just have to restrict to them, because I can turn this, get these two up into commission and put it back. What else have I got to deal with? These two here, and I can get them out by that sort of thing. So just a matter of gradually releasing the pieces that you need to, and having a look. How does it look? It looks pretty reasonable. Probably just do something here. Maybe it's not a huge issue because it's all, in fact, I just solved a block there. That's weird. Don't really want to do that. I don't know. I reckon that's probably enough for a scramble for this puzzle. The only other thing that you'd really want to do is kind of move the clocks away from where they belong. But let's be honest, where can they go? All they're doing is rotating. So, and even then I've tried to move that one away and I've got it back into its position. So I can try that again, put it around there. That's about all you'd want to do. Okay, so obviously step one here is to return the clocks to their positions initially, if for no other reason than to get a little bit of a handle on what's bandaged and how we can proceed. The first thing I notice when I look at this is it's just begging to be made into a fuse block right there. So I'm absolutely going to do that. And for now, I'll just leave this thing maybe over here at the back. I'm going to work on this area, and that's got to be an orange-green edge. So I want to locate the orange-green edge, move it up to the top face, and then just think the only way that I can get it to turn in is with this face. So it has to be oriented correctly to turn like that. And it is. Now, if it was not, all I would do would be to do a down, down, up, up to sort of flip it over on that upper face. So now that I've got that there, I can insert that edge. And the next thing I want to do is insert the corner, the orange, green, yellow corner. So once again, I've got to locate it, and I've got to have the yellow sticker on top so that it goes directly underneath. Now, again, if that yellow sticker was not on top, we could do something like rotate it around like that. So you could just, you know, keep doing this until the yellow sticker landed on top, like so. Very simple. Put it above that. Now normally I'm just going to say do 3 down, down, up, ups. The problem is that's bandaged. So what we want to do is take this out, and that's out of the way. So now we can happily do exactly what I said. There we go. We return that and we've made the fuse block. Now, at this point, there's a few options, but what I want to do is make a big block. And there's actually a few options as to which big block. For example, do you add this set of pieces? Do you add this set? This set? There's a few options here. So what I found was the best option by far is to make a big block centered around green-orange. In other words, that is the central edge of the big block, which means this is the area that I now want to make as well. So to do that, I'm going to do something very similar. I've already got the white-orange edge in. I want to place the white-green edge. This is still out of the way, which is really helpful. This time it turns up. Does it turn up this way? No, it still turns up this way, and you can see that white-green needs to be flipped. So I'll just come around here, and I can turn that face, and I can turn that face. So pretty straightforward. Bring it back to here, and place that white-green edge. Exactly the same sort of thing for the white-green-orange. We'll locate it first. It's there. So I'll move it up to the top face and place it above. It needs to have an orange sticker now, and magically it does. Don't know why, but there you go. So now, once again, I can take it out of there so that I have 2 freely turning faces. Put it back, and we've got a big block. Now, this is the bit that I was talking about, just the whole view of the thing changed how I approached it. From here, I mean, you could hold it like this, you could hold it like this, there's a number of options. What I found was that if I have the red face on top and the yellow face at the front, and you might be thinking, that's really close together. Well, hang on, first we've got to do that. So we'll still have the big block, that's there. Notice there's a little nice gap in there, and I can sort of go, if this wasn't here, I could go down, down, up, up, no problem. So in fact, when I turn that off, you can see that's really nice and free, plus this upper face is always turnable. That's the key for me. So this is how I'm going to hold it to deal with the rest of the edges, to deal with the corners. And in terms of that, the first thing that I want to do are the edges. Now, of course, this edge down here is the key edge initially, and this edge is the blue-orange edge. There it is at the top. In order to place it, I'm going to have to rotate the bottom face so that that is out of the way, and then I want to kind of bring that down. Now, as you do that, you go, is it oriented correctly? Yes, yes it is. So that tells you now you can just cycle that into position. When you put it back, there it is. So that edge is done. And the reason we want that done is because I'm going to basically have to leave that there, forget about these edges on the bottom, and now concentrate on the edges at the top. So the top face is red, so I could turn that red-white into position. The red-green needs to be flipped, so I can happily do that now. And you can see why it just makes this so much simpler with these freely turning faces. Now, 3 left, I need to check, do I have a swap, do I have a cycle? Red, blue to there, blue, yellow to here, yellow, red to here. Okay, so I have a 3 cycle. If I had a swap, I would do what I do on a normal cube and just turn this face 1 turn and resolve these back 2 edges. Here I have a 3 cycle, so I just want to take them home, and the edges are done. That's pretty straightforward. I could put that back and you can see, yep, that's getting there. Next stage is to solve the corners. And in solving the corners, I just have to think through which ones I actually want to do in what order. And what I find is that this is the first corner that I need to take care of, because I'm going to want to have it over there. I need that to be done so that I can work on the others. So this corner is yellow, blue, orange. So I've just got to locate the yellow, blue, orange is up there. Now, in terms of how I actually get this corner into position, initially I can't, I need to turn this off in order to do something. However, what I can do just for this corner is turn the view of the puzzle so I've got this red face which is turnable and this blue face which is turnable. Now that position of that corner is orange, blue, yellow. I would like to place the orange, blue, yellow opposite here so I can do my 3 down, down, up, ups. You remember I've been doing them already, and it's these two that I've been concerned about. Now it's these two. I want them to swap. So now that that is in position, I go ahead and do that. All done. Let's turn back to the normal view. You can see that corner is in. It's not twisted. That's okay. I can now, I'll put back the edges, turn that bottom face, forget about this corner, and now treat this like I would if I was using one algorithm to solve the Rubik's Cube. I would say this is red, green, white. Where does that belong? That belongs in that position, so I'm just going to do up, up, down, down. Now I've got red, blue, white. Turn it around, it belongs there. I'll do up, up, down, downs till it's done. Okay, that's done. This is a red, green, yellow. That is done, and that's a red, blue, yellow. I don't think I've ever had every single one of them on the bottom. There you go. Now that they are done, I want to see, are these edges all back? No, they're not. So I just keep doing this until the edges are back. And of course, when the edges are back, the corners will be back as well. No, still not. Keep going. Is that looking better? Yes, it is. Because when I turn that back into position, you can see all edges are correct. And I now just have some corners to twist. Now for this section, the final section, I've been holding it with red up and yellow front. I just want to turn so that blue is in front. The reason for that is that I'm going to turn it like this, get that clock out of the way, and then have freely turning faces here to twist these corners. So no Sune required. Let's consider the corners that I want to do. The first one probably, it's going to be one of these. I would probably say let's do this yellow, blue, orange. In fact, they all need to go anti-clockwise. So if I could get them onto the top face and do all of them at once, that's exactly what I would do. And I can here with that setup move, turn it across, and now just do this one, then this one, then this one, and they shall be done. So here we go. It's an up, up, down, down twice. It's the first one done. Turn it around. Same direction. Is the second one. Same direction. And then do the last two turns to bring it back to where that was. Just a note about that. Normally we would do one clockwise, one anti-clockwise. So we'd be doing the opposite direction of the up, up, down, downs. When you have 3 corners of the same direction or the same rotation, you want to do the up, up, down, down in the same direction. Okay, so they've all been twisted. I just have to remember what I did. I think that was it. And then that was it. And that puzzle has been brought back to a solved state. So I hope you understand what I mean by it's a nice solve. It's not super difficult, but it is good to go through. The Bandaged clock Neptune. Oh, this is the puzzle for the next video, and this one is called Andy Kybik's Mad Eye. And it's only got 3 pieces on it, but you'd be surprised what that does. So this big clock here across the up face from left to right, and I've got a clock front to front up, and I've got a clock back to back up. So just those 3 pieces. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure why it's called Mad Eye, but we will investigate this one in the next video.